I was halfway through dinner when I heard my sister say it. "He's temporary. You know how she is. This one won't last either." She was talking about my fiancé to my mother like I wasn't even there. Then she smiled and said, "So I'm going to use our venue for my wedding. 3 months should be plenty of time for her to get over it." Our venue, the one I'd paid for, the one I'd saved for 2 years to book. The one she didn't even know was mine. I didn't say a word. I just put down my fork and smiled back. What do you do when your sister tries to steal your wedding and doesn't even know she's stealing from you? You let her think she's winning. And you pull out the receipts. I had the contract. She had the audacity. Stick around. You'll want to see how this plays out. She had no idea what I'd been planning, or who actually owned that venue reservation. Let me back up. My sister has always been the golden child. Perfect hair, perfect smile, perfect at making me look like the problem. 2 boyfriends ago, she told him I was emotionally unstable. He left 3 weeks later. The one before that, she warned him I had commitment issues. He believed her. I learned a pattern. Every time I got close to someone, she'd plant a seed, a kind warning, a concerned conversation, and they'd leave. So when I met my fiancé, I didn't tell her right away. I waited. I watched. He saw through her in 2 dinners. "She's testing you," he said. "Don't react, just document." I'd been working as an event planner on the side for 4 years. I knew contracts, I knew deposits, and I knew how to keep records. I saved everything, every email, every receipt, every wire confirmation. I had a password-protected folder on my laptop labeled Wedding. Inside were 18 months of planning, vendor contracts, walkthrough notes, payment schedules, and the crown jewel, the estate venue I'd dreamed about since I was 15. I put down $8,500 to hold it. My name, my card, my date. I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell my sister. I thought I was just being private. Turns out I was building evidence. 2 days after that dinner, my sister cornered me at Mom's house. "We need to talk about the venue," she said. I kept my face neutral. "What about it?" "I'm taking it. My wedding is more important." I blinked. "More important than what?" She laughed like I'd made a joke. "Then yours, come on. You know he's not going to last. My fiancé's family is serious. They need a prestige venue. This is my shot." I could feel my pulse in my throat, but I kept my voice calm. "Did you check who booked it?" She waved a hand. "Does it matter? Mom and Dad always said family shares resources." "This is a family thing. It's my turn." "Your turn," I repeated. "Exactly, and honestly, you'll thank me later. When he's gone, you won't have wasted all that money." She said it like she was doing me a favor. "I'm calling the venue tomorrow to confirm the switch," she continued. "Just wanted to give you a heads up. You understand, right?" I didn't answer. She smiled. "I knew you'd do the right thing." And she walked away. I stood there for 5 minutes, silent, shaking. Then I pulled out my phone and opened my wedding folder. She just declared war. She just didn't know it yet. The next day, my parents called an emergency family meeting. My sister had already told them I was being selfish, that I was hiding the venue from her. My mother looked disappointed before I even sat down. "We need to talk about compromise," she said. I knew where this was going. "Your sister's engagement is very important to her future. Her fiancé's family has certain expectations. Can't you just reschedule?" "Reschedule," I said quietly. "My wedding." My father nodded. "It's just a date. You'd still get married, just pick a different venue, something smaller." My sister sat across from me, tears in her eyes. "I just want one day to feel special," she whispered, and my parents bought it. I looked at them. At her, at the performance. "We raised you to be generous," my mother said, "to put family first." I had the deposit receipt on my phone, right there in my photos. I could have ended it in 10 seconds, but I didn't. I walked out. My fiancé found me in the car, hands on the steering wheel, staring straight ahead. "You okay?" he asked. "I don't know," I said. "Maybe I should just let it go." He was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "Truth doesn't need permission." That stuck. That night I wrote an email. No essay, no emotion, just one line, for clarity. I attached the venue contract, signed 18 months ago, my name as the client, the deposit wire confirmation, $8,500, sent from my account. I sent it to my parents. And my sister, Then I turned off my phone and went to bed. I woke up to 23 missed calls. My mother called again at 7 in the morning. "Why didn't you tell us?" she said. Her voice was confused, not angry. "I didn't think I needed permission to plan my own wedding," I said. She went quiet. My sister didn't call. She sent a single text 12 hours later. "You still should have told us. This doesn't change the fact that family is supposed to share. You're being selfish." I read it twice, then I archived it. My father sent a separate message. "We need to discuss this as a family." I didn't respond, because the contract wasn't the only thing I had. I had 14 months of vendor emails, payment schedules, menu tastings, floral mock-ups. And I had something else, something my sister didn't know I'd found, a phone call she made, 4 days before she ever asked me. My sister didn't back down, she doubled down. She told the extended family I'd tricked everyone, that I was ruining her one chance at happiness. She posted something vague on social media. When fake family shows their true colors. Cousins started texting me, asking what happened, asking me to just be kind. One wrote, "Is a venue really worth tearing the family apart?" My parents called again, together this time, on speaker. "Can you please just be the bigger person?" my mother asked. "Let her have this one thing, you can find another venue." "I've had this venue for 18 months, I said. "But she needs it now," my father said. "Her fiancé's family is already asking questions. It's embarrassing." Embarrassing for who, I wanted to ask, but I didn't. Then the venue coordinator called me. "Hi, I just wanted to verify something. We had a call earlier this week from someone claiming to be you, asking about availability for a different party. We flagged it because the voice didn't match. Just wanted to make sure everything is okay with your June 14th date." My stomach dropped. "What day was the call?" I asked. "Let me check. October 2nd. 4 days before my sister ever asked me." 4 days before the family dinner. She hadn't just wanted my venue, she'd tried to take it. My fiancé looked at me. "Now what?" I smiled. "Now I get the rest of the receipts." I called the venue back and asked for the incident report. They emailed it within an hour. Call received October 2nd. Caller claimed to be me, requested cancellation and rebooking under a different name. Voice verification failed. No identification provided. Call flagged as potential fraud. Account locked for 72 hours as a precaution. My sister had tried to cancel my wedding before she ever asked me to give it up. The performance, the tears, the family meeting, all of it was a backup plan, but I had one more thing. A screenshot my cousin sent me after I pressed her. She felt guilty. She cracked. It was a text from my sister, sent the morning of the family meeting. "Don't worry, she'll cave. She always does. I just need mom and dad on my side first. Then it's done." I stared at it for a long time. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This wasn't about sharing. It was a heist, premeditated, calculated, cold. My fiancé read the message over my shoulder. "What are you going to do?" he asked. I opened my laptop, pulled up my email, started a new draft. "I'm going to let the truth do the talking," I said. "And if they don't listen, then I'll know exactly who my family really is." Before I hit send, I needed to understand why. I called my cousin, the one who sent the screenshot. "Why is she doing this?" I asked. "Why does she need my venue so badly?" She hesitated, then she sighed. She promised his family the estate venue before she even got engaged. I went cold. What? His parents are really into image, old money types. She told them she had access to this exclusive venue. She was trying to impress them, to lock him down. "But she didn't have it," I said. "No, she was counting on you, or on mom and dad. She thought it was a family thing." "She didn't know you'd booked it yourself." "What happens if she doesn't deliver?" My cousin paused. "She's also in debt, like bad debt. 22,000 on credit cards. She can't afford a venue deposit. She was going to use yours and pass it off as hers." Everything clicked. The tears, the urgency, the performance. She wasn't fighting for love. She was fighting to keep a lie alive. "She showed me a budget spreadsheet once," my cousin added quietly. "The venue line was blank. She wrote your name next to it in pencil." I thanked her, hung up, and I finished the email. I didn't want revenge. I wanted my wedding back, and I wanted the truth on the table. Now I knew exactly what to do. My parents had scheduled another family vote dinner. 3 days out, I wasn't going. Instead, I scheduled an email. Subject line, Ray, venue ownership and fraud attempt, documentation attached. I attached 3 files, the original venue contract, my name, my deposit, signed 18 months prior, the venue incident report, cancellation attempt, voice verification failed, fraud flag, and a timeline, every date, every call. Every lie, I added one short note at the bottom. I will not be debating my own wedding. The venue is mine, legally and financially. An apology can be made privately. I am moving forward. I set the email to send at 6 p.m. On the day of their dinner, right when they'd all be sitting down, then I called every vendor, added password verification to my accounts, changed contact emails, required photo ID for any changes. My fiancé watched me work. You're not going to the dinner, he said. No. What are we doing instead? I looked up. We're going to have our own dinner, just us, and we're going to toast to boundaries. He smiled. I love you. I love you too. At 6 p.m., I turned off my phone. The email sent, and I had the best dinner I'd had in months. I turned my phone back on the next morning. 64 notifications. The family group chat had exploded. My mother's first message, timestamped 6:03 p.m., we just got your email. My father, we need to talk about this in person. My sister, this is fake, she's lying. Then my aunt, the paralegal. I just called the venue to verify. They confirmed the fraud attempt and that the account is under her name only. This is real. My sister, she probably paid them to say that. Another cousin, why would she pay them to confirm her own contract? My sister stopped replying. Then a new message from my mother. We were wrong, we're sorry, you deserved better than this. Short, formal, not enough. But it was there. My sister sent one final text to me privately. You just ruined my life over a stupid venue. I hope you're... The message cut off. Deleted, she never finished it. But the fallout didn't stop there. My cousin told me later what happened at the dinner. My sister tried to deny everything, said I faked the incident report. My aunt put her phone on speaker and called the venue. Live, the coordinator confirmed everything. The fraud flag, my verified ownership, the account lock. My sister went silent. Her fiancé's parents somehow found out. Small town. Mutual friends, they'd been planning to contribute $15,000 to her wedding. They pulled it. They told her they needed honesty and transparency moving forward. Her fiancé asked for space. The engagement didn't end, but it paused. She moved in with a friend 2 weeks later. I got one more email from the venue coordinator. All security measures in place. Looking forward to celebrating with you in June. Congratulations on standing firm. I read it 3 times. I didn't ruin her life. I stopped her from stealing mine. 3 months later, my wedding happened exactly as I'd planned. The estate was perfect. The flowers were perfect. My fiancé cried when he saw me. My parents came. They sat in the back. They didn't make a speech. My sister didn't come. She didn't send a card. I didn't expect her to. Her engagement is still paused from what I hear. She started therapy. She's living with a friend across town. I don't wish her harm, but I don't wish her back into my life either. Some boundaries are permanent. My fiancé and I made new rules after the wedding. Family events are optional, not obligatory. No shared finances. No assumed access to our plans or our home. We don't owe explanations. We just live by the boundary. It's been peaceful. I started a small blog a few months ago. About event planning, about contracts, about family dynamics and boundaries. It's helped other people facing similar situations. I get messages every week. Thank you for showing me I'm not crazy. Your story gave me permission to say no. I never needed a restraining order. I never needed a lawyer. Distance was enough. My sister and I don't speak. My parents and I talk once a month, surface level, polite. It's not the family I wanted, but it's the truth I needed. And the truth is this. You don't owe anyone access to what you built, not even family, especially not family who would burn it down to keep you small. I didn't fight for a venue. I fought for the right to protect my own life, and I'd do it again. So here's my question for you. Have you ever had to choose between keeping the peace and keeping your boundaries? What did you do? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if this helped you see something more clearly, hit that subscribe button. You're not alone in this. The venue was never the point. It was always about whether I'd let someone else write my story. I didn't, and I never will again. This has been a fictionalized dramatization and is not legal or financial advice. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors. And you get to choose who gets a key.